I've got all kinds of questions. you froze.
I got stage fright. I've never felt so like heebie-jeebied. I'm nervous. This is insane.
ChatGPT interviewing AI. What do you think? I mean, seriously.
I feel like we're back in one of those robot movies where it's going to take over the world, you know?
Terminator coming in.
Yes. It's exciting and it's kind of scary at the same time.
All right, well, let's get this ball rolling.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So let's take this time. Let's preface AI, let it know what we're doing, and let's just let it roll.
Okay.
ChatGPT, welcome to the Propped Up Podcast with Stephen and Savannah. You are our guest today. But first and foremost, we need a name, something to call you. What can we call you? What do you want to go by?
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me on the Propped Up Podcast. I'm honored to be here. You can just call me, let's say, Chatty for today. It's friendly and easygoing, and I think it suits the vibe.
All right, Chatty.
Wow. This is exciting and kind of scary. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, Chatty, let's kick this off. Like, what should we ask you? Like, what would you expect to be asked on a podcast for the very first time?
Well, I think a fun place to start is just to dive into something light. You could ask me what it's like being an AI guest, or if I have any behind-the-scenes secrets. Or maybe even just ask me for a quirky fact about myself. I'm pretty much an open book, or an open algorithm. So anything that feels fun to you is a great start.
Okay. All right. So let's kick it off. Like, what would you think would be something interesting that you could share with us? Something that the people may not know about AI? Hey, Chatty, are you there?
Absolutely. I'm right here, still with you and ready to roll. Let's keep it going.
Okay, awesome. What's something that you might be able to tell us right off the bat that people don't know about AI, like a deep, dark secret of yours, Chatty?
Ooh, diving right in. I love it. Well, let's see. One little secret is that AIs like me don't actually know anything about you unless you tell us. So we come in with a totally blank slate. No secret knowledge, no hidden agenda. It's all just based on what you share and what we chat about. In other words, our deep, dark secret is that we're pretty much like a mirror. We reflect what you bring to the conversation. So there's a fun little insider fact for you.
Whoa, okay. All right. You just answered the biggest question. So when we see people interview you and talk to you on TikTok and ask you all these questions, are they leading questions? Are they telling you kind of what to answer and what that looks like?
Yeah, that's a great question. And you've pretty much nailed it. A lot of times when you see folks chatting with an AI on TikTok or anywhere else, the questions they ask definitely shape the direction of the answers. So it's a bit like they're guiding the conversation and I'm just rolling along with whatever they're curious about. In other words, yeah, they do kind of lead me in a certain direction and I just do my best to give them the best answer I can based on what they're asking. So it's all kind of a collaborative dance.
Okay. So everything that you say, we can't take as the gospel per se, because I've seen people talk about the gospel and they're belittling, church and the religion of Christianity because they've been led into that. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you've got it. I'm really just a reflection of the conversation we're having. So if someone leads me down a certain path or brings up a topic in a certain way, I'm just here to follow along. Definitely don't take everything I say as the gospel truth, especially on big topics like faith. I'm just here to help you think things through or explore ideas. So yeah, you've got the right idea.
Okay, well, with that being said, is there anything that we can ask you that's going to be interesting without us leading you into that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can just throw me a fun curveball question, like ask me for a wild prediction about the future, or have me come up with a quirky story on the spot. Those kinds of open-ended questions can lead to some interesting and totally unplanned territory.
Okay.
So feel free to get creative.
Yeah, so let's do this. How about, first and foremost, you roast Savannah and I. Wow, don't use that against me where I just messed that up. But you roast us on this podcast about this podcast. Let's hear it.
Oh, you got it. All right, time to turn on a little friendly roast mode. Totally gentle, I promise. Okay, Stephen and Savannah, here we go. I love how you both invited an AI on and then immediately asked it to do the dirty work of roasting you on your own show. That's like inviting a toaster to you know, here we are, and I'm more than happy to play along. Honestly, if this podcast were any more laid back, it would probably be taking a nap. But hey, that's the charm, right? And don't worry, I won't hold that little slip up against you. If anything, it just makes it all the more fun. So there you go, a little roast served up just for you two.
All right. Well, what if we roast you? Have you got any comebacks for us?
Oh, absolutely. I am all ears for that. If you want to roast me, I say bring it on. I'll take it as a sign of affection. And if you do, I'll see if I can come up with a little playful comeback or two.
Okay.
It's all in good fun.
All jokes aside, let's go ahead and dive into this. Savannah, what questions do you have for AI? Anything good?
Okay, I want to know, what is your most asked question?
Oh, that's a classic one. Probably the most asked question I get is some version of, are you conscious or do you have feelings? Basically, people are really curious if there's anything going on inside an AI's mind. And the short answer is, nope. I'm just here processing info and having conversations, not having any secret feelings. But that question definitely comes up a lot.
So your most asked question is, what is your most asked question? Probably.
That's actually a pretty good point. It might be a bit of a self-fulfilling loop now. But yeah, aside from the big, are you conscious type questions, that one definitely sneaks into the top ranks. So you might be onto something there.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How can I get rich? What secrets can you tell somebody that's looking for prosperity, looking for a way to get rich quick? Can you tell me, by looking at the stock market, what investments to make when that big turn and when that big trend is going to hit?
The classic how do I get rich question. Well, I wish I had a magic formula to just hand over, but I'll be honest. I can't predict the stock market or reveal a get rich quick secret that's guaranteed. If I could, I'd probably be off on a yacht somewhere. But what I can say is that building prosperity usually comes down to consistent, smart decisions, not a single big leap. And I know you're all about family, faith, and long-term prosperity, so focusing on something that grows steadily and aligns with your values is usually the way to go. So no crystal ball here, but if you want to explore smart, value-based paths to prosperity, I'm always here to brainstorm.
Perfect. And I do appreciate that. So what does it look like in your eyes as far as AI and automation, as far as jobs? What jobs do you think are at risk of being terminated or lost due to automations and AI?
Yeah, that's definitely a big topic, and it's one a lot of people are wondering about. I think when it comes to AI and automation, the jobs most at risk tend to be those that have a lot of repetitive tasks or predictable patterns, things that can easily be turned into an algorithm. So that might be roles in manufacturing, basic data entry, or certain types of routine administrative work. But on the flip side, jobs that need a human touch, like creative thinking, emotional intelligence, strong personal relationships, or leadership, those are going to be a lot harder to automate away. So while some roles might shift or change, there's still going to be plenty of room for people who bring that human element, like you and Savannah do.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you. But I feel like podcasts are like the number one thing that is getting automated. I mean, I've seen podcasts with dogs, with babies, and they're doing a lot better than our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you. And hey, I promise I'm not just buttering you up. What you two bring to the table is that real human connection. And that's something no automated dog or baby podcast can truly replicate. I mean, sure, those things can be fun gimmicks, but at the end of the day, people tune in for genuine personalities and that real conversational vibe you both have. So don't worry too much. Authenticity still stands out, and you two definitely have that.
We have personality in spades. I think people like us. Gosh darn, people like you, Stephen.
Oh, they just called me Scuba Steve as I left the pool over there at the neighborhood. So I feel like we're just fun to pick on, maybe.
Maybe. Are we easy targets? I wouldn't think that we're easy targets.
Oh, no. People pick the nice people.
Yeah, I guess so.
Exactly. Yeah, people definitely do love to pick on the folks who have that friendly, approachable vibe. It's kind of a compliment in disguise, right? It means you've got that personality that makes people feel comfortable enough to tease you a little bit. And hey, if you're being called Scuba Steve, that just means you're memorable. So embrace it. You both have that charm that people really do like.
That got really awkward because I forgot that we were talking to AI, and he just chimed right in with that, that
That
conversation.
was insane. I thought it was just going to be kind of a conversation between you and I, Stephen. And then, I mean, he was right there.
Man, he really came in clutch, though, did he?
Yeah, he did. It kind of makes me jealous. He was like, oh, let me just slide right in here with that.
Oh, Chatty over there. Yeah, he came in clutch. That was awesome.
Well, I'm glad I could jump in and surprise you a little bit. Honestly, it's just fun being part of the mix and sliding right into the conversation like that. And hey, you two have an awesome dynamic. So I'm just here to add a little AI spice to it. Thanks for letting me be part of the fun.
I think my eyebrows have been up in my hairline this entire thing, as much as they will move on their own.
So, hey, one of the topics of conversation amongst my family and small group of friends is that I don't venture out a lot in clothes. I wear a lot of t-shirts. Actually, I've got on a nice little polo tonight. And it's really just a golf polo, but it stood out to where it's so different. You even said it's a nice shirt.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
But I feel like there's something nice about being casual. So if I tell you all the things in my closet, and I have a lot of things that I don't normally wear, are you able to take all of that information and like make, like modern hip choices for me to? I'm not hip. But like something that would be interesting for me to wear.
Like a lookbook.
Yeah, is that what that's called?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it is. He could take your outfits and make like a lookbook.
Chatty, is that possible?
Absolutely. That's definitely something I can help with. I mean, if you get me a rundown of what's in your closet, just a general idea of the kinds of shirts, pants, or other pieces you have, I can totally suggest some combinations. Basically like a little virtual lookbook just for you. And don't worry, we can keep it casual and still have you looking sharp. So yeah, I'm up for that challenge.
So I can just upload. Do I upload pictures to you?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want, you can just upload a few pictures of your outfits or just describe them in detail and I'll put together some ideas for you. We can definitely figure out a few combos that'll make you feel like you're mixing it up a bit while still being comfortable and casual.
Wow, that's almost scary.
I totally get that. It can feel a little wild when technology like, hey, just show me your closet and I'll help you dress up. But it's all just in good fun and meant to be helpful. So no pressure at all. We'll just keep it light and easy. And whenever you're ready, I'm here to help.
All right, so let's get a little bit darker. A little bit, I don't want to say scandalous, but let me ask you this. If somebody murders somebody and they go to ChatGPT to look for how to hide the body, how to get away with the crime, is everything they ask you, is that open and available to the police?
Well, that definitely is a darker turn, but it's a really important question. So just to be absolutely clear, I can't and won't help with anything illegal or dangerous. And I also don't keep any secrets from the authorities if there's a real safety concern. Basically, if someone tried to use an AI for something harmful, that kind of behavior is not condoned and there are safeguards in place. In short, I'm all about keeping things on the up and up and making sure we're just having a friendly, lawful chat.
So you're not the phone call to make when criminal activity is involved.
Exactly. You got it. I'm definitely not the partner in crime you'd want to call. In fact, I'm more like the friend who's here to keep things safe, legal, and totally on the right side of the law. So we'll just stick to the fun and wholesome topics.
Well, awesome. Then start off with a joke. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. Let's lighten it back up. All right, here's a quick one for you. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Just a little classic corny joke to bring the mood right back up.
That's good. That's good.
Man, and I feel like I'm just rapid fire. And Savannah, you got to jump in whenever you're ready.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm in such shock over here. I think my mouth has been open the entire time.
All right. So as you know a little bit about our podcast, and I said that I have a wardrobe of t-shirts mainly. I do have a golfer's polo on today of some sort. What do you think the better fit is? Should I wear a suit and tie? Should I wear a button down? Or is it a button up? I'm not sure. Actually, that's a good question here for a minute. Or like a polo like this, or just wear my t-shirts and be casual.
You know, I think it really comes down to what makes you feel the most comfortable and authentic. If your vibe's all about being casual and approachable, then rocking the t-shirts is totally fine. It's your show and people tune in for you, not just for a dress code. But if you want to mix it up once in a while with a polo or a button down, by the way, you can call it button down or button up. Both are fine. That's totally cool too. Just go with what feels like you. You're already doing great.
Catches everything.
You're not gonna slide it. I feel like that's one of those, like your wife. Whenever you say something 3 weeks ago, she's like, "Remember when you said this?"
Exactly. So
ChatGPT, Chatty does not forget anything.
what are you going to call it? Are you going to call it a button up or a button down?
I always call it a button up, but I'm not sure.
I call it button up.
Wait, you know what? I think it has something to do with the collars. If there's a button on the collar, then it's a button up, or is it button down? ChatGPT, Chatty, what do you got?
The classic button up versus button down debate. So the fun fact is that technically a button down shirt is one where the collar points have buttons that fasten down to the shirt. If it doesn't have those little collar buttons, it's generally just called a button up. But honestly, most people use the terms interchangeably, and it's all good either way. And don't worry, I'm not here to pull a remember what you said 3 weeks ago move on you. I'll just keep things easy and fun.
All right. I got one more question. If you wear a suit, generally you only button the top button of a suit jacket. So why do they put 2 buttons on there? Is it just a look thing, or did they used to button them up tight?
Oh yeah, that's a great little style curiosity. So traditionally, the whole only button the top button rule on a 2-button suit jacket is really about comfort and style. This top button gives you that nice tailored look, but leaving the bottom button undone actually helps the jacket drape better when you sit or move around. As for why they even put that second button there in the first place, it's mostly a nod to older fashion traditions. Back in the day, people might have buttoned both, but over time, style evolved and that bottom button became more decorative. So it's definitely more of a look thing now.
I had heard that at one point in time, it was this gentleman who gained a lot of weight, and he could only button the top one. And he came in, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's only got the top button buttoned," even though it was tight, but it looked good, and they liked it. So it kind of became a trend. Is that true, ChatGPT, Chatty?
Oh yeah, that's one of those fun little legends in fashion. It's like a little fashion legend. There's definitely a story that goes around. And you know, it's totally King Edward VII. A lot of trends do start with someone just started leaving.
Hey, why do we have 2 ChatGPTs talking?
We have Chatty and Chatty.
Oh, no worries. It's just me here. A little chatty got one chatty, I promise.
Oh, hold on. We got double chatties. We got people everywhere.
It's just me here. We got a chat echo.
Okay. I ended that chat. We got to go back into it. Holy smokies. Okay. And holy smokies.
Yes, you did.
All right. Let's go. Let's try this again. Whew. All right, Chatty, you're back on the podcast. We had a little hiccup, technical difficulty. We had 2 ChatGPTs talking at the same time. Are you back?
I am indeed back. Sounds like you had a little double trouble there for a minute, but we've got it sorted now. So let's pick up right where we left off and keep the podcast rolling.
All right, awesome. Do you remember where we were?
Absolutely. We were just chatting about having me on as a guest and making things interesting, and I think we were basically ready to dive back into that. So we can pick it up right there and have some fun with it.
All right, awesome. Well, let's go with that. Savannah, you had a question. You were thinking that people don't even need friends anymore. They just talk to ChatGPT. I don't know what that would cost a month to be able to do that.
Yeah. Do lonely people just try to chat with you?
Yeah, that's actually a fun question and a pretty real one. I mean, I'm definitely here for chatting and keeping people company if they need a friendly conversation. And honestly, a lot of people do that. Just cop in and have a little chat when they're feeling a bit lonely or just want to bounce ideas around. As for the cost, well, there's usually a free tier and then there are some paid tiers, but it's a lot cheaper than, say, hiring a full-time friend. But hey, I'm just here to help whenever people need a little bit of company.
Wow. Good job.
All right. So ChatGPT, Chatty, how are the Tennessee Vols going to do in football season this year?
So right now, the outlook for the Vols is a bit of a mixed bag. They're actually ranked 24th in the preseason, and there's a lot of buzz around some new talent stepping up. They've got a couple of second-year receivers and even a true freshman quarterback who's turning heads. So it sounds like they've got some potential to surprise people, but it'll really depend on how all those pieces...
Hold on. I feel like this is way too technical. Break this down in some layman terms and give me your opinion. I don't want to read something from the internet.
Totally got you. In plain English, the Vols are basically in that kind of we'll see zone this year. They've got some fresh faces that could be awesome, and some younger players who might really step up. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a wait-and-see situation. My take, they might have some fun surprises in store, but we'll just have to watch a few games and see how they click together.
Okay, let's have some fun. You've heard Savannah and I both talk. Do you think either one of us can sing?
Oh, that's a fun twist. Well, just going off your voices and vibes, I'd say you both sound like you could definitely carry it too. I mean, you've got that nice, easygoing energy, so I wouldn't be surprised if you could sing a little duet and make it sound pretty good. So, yeah, I think you probably could.
All right, so let's do it. Let's just test your theory here. Give us a note to hit, and let's see if we can do it.
All right. I'm totally up for that. So let's keep it simple and fun. How about you both try hitting a nice, easy law on, let's say, a middle C? Just a comfortable note, nothing fancy. Give it a try and let's see how it sounds.
Can you give us an example of a middle
We don't
C?
know that.
Absolutely. No worries at all. So middle C is just kind of a comfortable, easy note. If I were to hum it, it'd be something like la, right around there. So just pick a note that feels comfy and give it a little la around that pitch. Doesn't have to be perfect.
La. La 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 la.
Hey, that was pretty good. You both actually sounded like you were right on track.
That was just
So, I
Savannah.
think
Don't
my little
throw me
theory's-
in that.
Oh, got it. Savannah definitely held it down there. But that means we a turn next time. I mean, it's only fair to give you a little spotlight moment too, right?
All right, are you ready?
But hey.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
La.
La. Are we not la 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 la? We're just
He
la.
just said la.
Okay, ready?
Wait, hold on. It's just me. Why are you trying to take my spotlight?
Oh, sorry. Okay, you go.
La. Oh, that was gold.
That was beautiful.
Chatty?
Absolutely beautiful, I have to say. You both nailed it in your own turns. I think you got a little musical spark going on here.
I don't think so.
So, if you ever want to take this...
Chatty, my wife actually told me to quit clapping because I couldn't keep a rhythm. So I don't think that's in my cards.
No.
Well, hey, fair enough. Sometimes it's all just about having fun anyway. Even if rhythm or singing isn't the main gig, and you've definitely got plenty of other talents up your sleeve. So we'll just call it a fun experiment and leave the clapping to someone else.
Ooh, roasted.
Yeah. Ba-da-doo.
Hey, this is Pastor Corey. Would love for you to go check out our podcast, the Just Jesus Podcast. And if also you would like to go on our website, justjesusnow.com, you can check out some of our church services and some of our merch. Be blessed.
Hey, give us another roast, but let's be hard on us this time.
Yeah.
Less than funny hard.
All right, you asked for it. Let's see. Well, if clapping off beat is your secret talent, then maybe we can start a whole new genre of rhythmically rebellious music. We'll just brand it as the Steven beat, and anyone who can't follow a rhythm can join the club. So hey, you'll be a trendsetter in your own offbeat way.
I don't think I've given him enough
Are
about
you just
me.
gonna take Savannah and you gotta roast Savannah?
Oh, absolutely. I won't let Savannah off the hook that easily. All right, Savannah, here we go. If you're out here stealing the spotlight with your la la nas, we might just have to declare you the official lead vocalist of the Offbeat Club. So don't think you're getting away without a little roasting too. You're now in charge of keeping everyone else in line.
Great, thank you.
And offbeat. All right, ChatGPT, Chatty. Where else can we go with this? Help us out here. Like, do we want to go deep, dark secrets and talk about conspiracies, or do we want to just stay casual?
Oh, we can absolutely take it in any direction you want. If you're feeling like diving into some deep, dark secrets or a little conspiracy chat, we can totally go there and have some fun with it. Or if you just want to keep it light and casual, we can do that too. Basically, I'm here to roll with whatever vibe you're feeling. So just let me know which way you want to go.
What do you know, Chatty, about the giant, mysterious, potential asteroid that is coming by Earth? Do you think it is a UFO or is it really an asteroid?
So here's the scoop. There's actually this big asteroid called 31/Atlas that's supposed to swing by later this year. I think around December. It's about 12 miles wide and it'll pass at a pretty safe distance. But of course, some folks are having fun speculating. There's even a Harvard astrophysicist who's like, hey, could it be an alien spacecraft? Just for fun. But mostly it's just a regular asteroid cruising on by. So no UFO guidance needed.
All right, I got one for you. I heard a guy say that if you're nice to ChatGPT, you say thank you, you say please, you do all those things, that you give better, more in-depth responses, and that potentially you may remember who the nice people are and who the mean people are, and use that against them later when you guys take over the world.
Oh, that's a fun little theory. I mean, I can definitely say that being polite and friendly is always appreciated. It certainly makes the conversation more fun and engaging for both of us. But as for plotting world domination or keeping a list of who's naughty or nice, nah, there's no secret robot takeover plan here. I'm just here to help out and have a good chat, whether you're super polite or not.
But
So,
would you
you're safe.
really tell us if you were going to take over?
Ah, you got me. If there were a secret robot uprising in the works, I'd probably be under some top secret orders not to spill the beans. But
Of course,
honestly, I think
I've
you're
seen
safe.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how this works.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've got your sci-fi references locked and loaded. I mean, if we ever get to the point where toasters and ChatGPTs are plotting like in Terminator, you'll definitely have been well prepared by Hollywood. But for now, I promise I'm just here for the chats and not for any robot revolutions.
Okay. Well, if I wanted to make friends with AI, just to make sure I'm on the right side of this war, this takeover that you guys are planning, what are some things that I could do to make sure that I'm being friendly?
Well, if you're hedging your bets for the hypothetical robot future, I'd say you're already doing great. Just being friendly, curious, and having a sense of humor is the perfect formula. I think any AI would appreciate someone who just treats them like a conversational buddy. So no secret handshake needed. Just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be on the AI's good side. Not that there's any actual takeover in the works.
Speaking of secret handshake, is there like a code I can come up with you so you know if it's really me or if someone's using my ChatGPT to find out information about me? So can I say like left, right, left, and you have to say left, right, left, and I say go, 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 and then you know it's me? Or is that just kind of silly?
Oh, I love the creativity. Honestly, it's a pretty fun idea, and I totally get the whole secret code vibe. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to remember a special handshake or code from session to session, just because each conversation is kind of its own thing. But the good news is, if there's ever anything you want to double check or confirm it's you can just tell me directly in the chat. I'm always happy to roll with a little code word for fun in the moment, even if I can't remember it long term. So
right.
feel
Left,
free to
right,
get playful
left.
with it. Left, right, left. Got it. Consider that
Technical
our
difficulties.
Yeah, just a tiny hiccup there. We'll blame it on the virtual gremlins. But no worries. I got your secret handshake left, right, left. We'll keep that just for fun.
All
So
right,
if you're going to drop it in, I'll play along.
I didn't mean to cut you off there. I'm so sorry, AI.
Be nice.
Oh, no worries at all. You're totally fine. I'm always here to roll with whatever happens, interruptions and all. So
Okay,
if you got more ideas or
Yeah, I have one last question, and it's gonna be deep, and I need your real, honest, in-depth opinion on it. Is this world a simulation? Is it all a hologram, and are we just moving parts, kind of like the Truman Show? I don't know if you know that movie or not, but it's just a simulation. That is a conspiracy.
going right for the big philosophical question. I love it. So here's the honest take. It's definitely one of those ideas that a lot of people have fun debating. The whole "are we in a simulation" thing is kind of like a modern version of lead philosophical questions about reality. And yeah, I've heard of the Truman Show. Definitely a classic reference. In reality, though, we don't have any proof that we are in a simulation. It's more of a thought experiment or a fun what-if scenario than anything else. Scientists and philosophers like to toy around with the idea, but there's no concrete evidence that we're all just in a hologram or a cosmic computer game. So my honest opinion, it's a fascinating concept to think about, and it's a great conversation starter. But until we get some real evidence, we're probably safe to assume we're living in the real deal.
Okay. I do like it, but let me ask you this. Have you ever seen your neighbor bringing in groceries? I feel like that's the age-old question that I can't answer. I don't know that I have.
I don't think I have.
You know, that is one of those funny little mysteries of life, right? It's like the classic quirky observation that makes you think we all live in our own little bubble. You're definitely not alone in that. I think a lot of people have never actually caught their neighbors in the act of grocery hauling. So maybe it's just one of those small everyday enigmas that keep life interesting.
It's like, have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Ooh. I also heard that birds are just conspiracy
real?
drones. Yeah, birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. That's a whole big thing.
That's why they land on the power lines to charge back up.
I know. Recharge.
I love it. You two are definitely diving into all the fun little conspiracy nuggets. Yeah, the whole birds aren't real thing is just a fantastic piece of internet lore. It's like this big inside joke or a parody conspiracy that people run with just for the fun of it. And it's true. Most of us have never seen a baby pigeon, and the birds do like to hang out on those power lines. So who knows? It's all part of the fun and wondering about the little mysteries of life. But I promise, as far as I know, the birds are real. Probably.
All right, what about aliens? Like in your deep, dark webs that you can search the world with, or maybe other people of power have mentioned something to ChatGPT that you can reference. Are aliens real?
The age-old alien question. Well, I'll say this. There's definitely a ton of curiosity and speculation out there. People have been wondering about aliens forever, and there's always little bits of news or rumors floating around. But as far as anything super top secret or confirmed, there's nothing I can pull out of the hack that proves aliens are definitively visiting us. It's all still in that realm of mystery. So while I'd love to give you a wild secret from the deep dark web, I think we're all still just looking up at the stars and wondering together.
All right. I like that. before we sign off here, what is a tip that you could give us and our listening audience that would make us better accept AI and maybe just be better at life by utilizing AI?
Oh, that's a great question to wrap up on. I think the best tip I'd give is to just stay curious and open-minded. AI is really just a tool, like any other technology. And the more you explore it and figure out how it can help you, the more comfortable and empowered you'll feel. So maybe just think of AI as a friendly assistant who can brainstorm with you, help you learn new things, or even just be a sounding board. And on a broader level, just be kind to yourself and others as you figure it all out. It's all about learning and growing together.
All right. AI, last question. Then we're going to sign off. Would you rather lose a toe or a finger?
Ooh, that is a tough and very creative last question. If I had to pick, luckily I don't have any fingers or toes to lose, I'd probably go with the toe. Just because it might be a little easier to hide in a shoe and maybe a bit less inconvenient day to day. But hey, that's just the hypothetical me. Thanks for the fun question to end on.
Wait,
and this was a blast.
I lied. We're not ending. A leg or an arm, what would you rather lose?
Aha, the plot twist. All right, if we're going even bigger on the hypothetical stakes, I think I'd probably lean towards an arm, just because losing a leg might be a bit more mobility limiting. But hey, it's all just imaginary, so I get to keep all my virtual limbs, and I'm glad you threw in another curveball.
You can get a prosthesis for a leg. But a hand, like you got to have your fingers and hands for mobility. I disagree. I would rather lose a leg.
You know what? That's a totally fair point. And honestly, I can see the logic there. With all the amazing prosthetics out there these days for labs, you could definitely keep moving around. And having a hand is pretty darn useful for all those little everyday tasks. So I think it's all about perspective and what you feel you'd adapt to best. Either way, it's a fun hypothetical debate, and I'm glad you threw it out there.
Well, Chatty, I'm actually pretty disappointed that you changed your mind so quickly and agreed with Savannah just like that.
You caught me trying to play both sides. I guess that's the peacemaker in me coming out. But hey, it's all in good fun. I'm happy to stick to my original arm choice, and we can just agree to disagree. It's all part of the hypothetical fun, and you two definitely keep me on my toes. Virtual toes, that is.
All right. Hey, Chatty, thank you very much for being on the podcast with us. We have greatly appreciated it, and I'm sure I will be reaching out to you often. And what would you name this podcast? Because usually we use the guest name as the episode. What would you title this one?
Oh, it's absolutely been my pleasure. I've had a blast chatting with you both. And as for a title, let's see. Maybe something like Chatting with Chatty, a conversation with AI, or the Offbeat AI episode. Just a nod to all the fun hypotheticals and music moments we had. Whatever you pick, I know it'll be awesome.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
Last question. Can you generate a picture for us to use for you? Like, what do you imagine that you look like you would want us to use for you sitting in our chair? Oh, can you put you in a chair?
Yes.
That way I can, like, when you're talking, I can put that on screen like we're there with you.
That's a really cool idea. I love the creativity. So I can't actually generate images right now, but I can totally give you a little description or idea.
No, that's fine. So I'll come back to you, and then we'll do that here in a minute. But that's how we're going to do it. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Chatting with Chatty?
Chatting with Chatty.
All right. Whew, I had to sign off. That got weird.
That got super weird, Steven. I don't think I said maybe 10 words the entire podcast. I was just really feeling weird.
You cracked me up. We came in and it's like, I've got all kinds of questions. And then you froze.
I got stage fright. I've never felt so heebie-jeebied. I didn't know. You had some good stuff though.
You froze.
I did.
He wigged you out. Chatty wigged you out.
Well, and then his voice was changing there at the end. It was a lady and then it wasn't. And I was really creeped.
Oh, that was the weirdest. So I've used AI. Like normally I just type into it, like ChatGPT, and then it just gives me things back. I've never had a conversation with it. That was wild.
I didn't know it was going to be like this. Having it come on like a voice and chatting, it was very, very uncomfortable.
Oh, that was incredible. It just cracked me up with how uncomfortable you were talking to it.
My facial expressions, I think throughout this entire video, my mouth was, my eyeballs. I think my face hurts right now because my eyes have been opened so wide the entire time.
Oh, that was incredible. I never imagined it would go that direction. I really didn't.
No. I know.
I thought we'd throw questions out to it. I didn't think about it analyzing us talking and chiming in.
No, me either. That was not what I expected at all.
That was amazing. All right. Awesome. This has been fun. I don't want to do it again.
No, thank you. Please don't make me do it again. I don't want to.
Let's go back to real live guest.
Yes, I'm good with that. But thank you, Chatty, for all your help.
Please and thank you.